Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got a video today from this Bohemian gal.
I'm trying
What in the actual?
to be respectful.
It is so sad that 67-year-olds are dressed this way, doing things like this with BBLs and stuff. Just for what? Like, are you competing? Yeah, you are competing versus 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds. Ladies, you're cooked.
I really am.
Like, imagine being elderly, like, cause 60-something you're considered elderly, and finally getting BBLs and ready to settle down.
But I have questions.
A lot of questions.
I refuse to believe that nobody noticed, because what you're about to see is getting harder and harder to explain.
What
And
the
by
actual
way,
hell?
This is way bigger than just celebrity BBLs. It's about
It's BBLs. I can't even hate on them all the time because I'm sure there's women that get BBLs that look normal. They look like normal, regular people, right? Those BBLs I would consider good BBLs, I guess, because I don't know that they're BBLs. But most of the time, I guess it's most of the time, you can tell there's a lot of ass hanging out that shouldn't be there.
something bigger happening in Hollywood culture. Excess with no honesty, no pushback, and no one saying
No.
I feel that almost everyone who has gotten a BBL was surrounded by yes men and yes women. People who did not tell them the truth. We're gonna get into this conversation today because we're in July. It's officially BBL season, I've declared it. And so you're gonna be seeing a lot of these BBLs in the wild. But we're already starting to see them, of course, on the celebrities. And I saw a few in recent weeks that just made me pause. Anyway, let's just jump right in. My name is Rogan. This is the ThisBahamianGyal podcast. On my platform, I do social commentary and reaction videos. I encourage my audience to have private conversations in public. So let's go. So we have to talk about the enablers in Hollywood. So
In Hollywood, there's enablers everywhere. They're called women. They almost enable everything. Look at how society is nowadays. Look at all the soft people. Look at all the entitled people because mothers, women enabled it.
I personally feel that anytime your livelihood is tied to someone, it's very difficult to be able to be truthful with them. Let's just be honest, especially when you're in you're in close quarters with a celebrity, be it a rapper, a singer, an actor, director. If you decide to go and do a BBL, that person who works for you might not say, hey, don't do it, but you need to read the
I can see that. Someone working for you might not, because why would they rock the boat and bite the hand that feeds?
room. And if they're very quiet on it, or they give like, I don't know if you want to do that, you look perfect the way you are, you might want to listen. Because everybody who is getting a BBL, honestly, they're not candidates for it. Some of these doctors are so unscrupulous, they don't
Wait, you have to be a candidate for BBLs? There's an ideal candidate for BBLs?
care. And so they will just take your money and give you a BBL, even though
True.
as they say, the thighs don't match. Like your thighs are super skinny,
don't match.
and then you have this big appendage making you look like a bug's life. It's just not a good match. So a good doctor might say,
It's true, they do look like a Bug's Life ants, don't they?
you're not a candidate for this. And a bad doctor who is just really money hungry and just wants to have a celebrity attached to their practice's name, they're going to take your money and go for it. But a lot of people, like I said, they work for these celebrities and they enable them. They tell them, they gas them up.
Girl, you look good.
Nobody tells them no. And so they're a bigger problem, or just as big as a problem as the celebrity. As a matter of fact, I think that I would say they're even a bigger problem. Some celebrities,
When they said junk in that trunk, they didn't really literally mean junk, right? They wanted some nice ass, some firm muscles. That's what we meant.
like they're in a state of desperation, trying to revive their careers and all that stuff. And so they are so desperate and they want to keep the attention of their audience that they're just doing crazy things. And so the people who are surrounding them, who know better, who are more in a sober state of mind, should be there to kind of correct them. So let's take a look at Madonna, because she's been making the rounds. And Madonna, I always appreciated her body because it was so natural. She always had like those big muscular arms. You could tell like she truly worked out, and she's petite. She's like 5'4". And so her body and her butt suited her frame, and then she just goes.
Yes, that's the thing, right? Like exactly what she's saying. People, there's a look to your body. Once you kind of adjust certain things, you don't look natural. You look weird, right? Like you just look like, who the hell did what to you?
And does this? It's just crazy.
How many of us have them friends? Ones we can depend on.
You think if this was my boss, right? I work for Madonna, and I see her getting dressed and she putting on this little frilly pink little
She literally looks like she has a diaper on. But as you can tell, it's cheeks. So it's even worse.
house on the prairie get up, and I see her bungie hanging out like this. You think I was gonna just like be like, oh, after you, boss? I'd be like, look here, Miss Ciccone. Miss Ciccone, I gotta talk to you for a second. You don't wear jeans on the stage? You don't wear one long dress on the stage tonight? We gotta wrap this up, man. This is what I'm telling you. Too many enablers out here. Who approved this? Had Madonna just maintained her body the way she was? Oh my God, beautiful. This
I agree.
is just, I don't know what this is. It's like trying to hold on to some youth rather than just kind of stepping into.
It's not holding on to youth. It's competing for attention. That's exactly what it is, right? It's not the youth thing, because in her youth, she didn't have a big ass. It's not trying to get that back. No, it's trying to get the attention that she used to get in her youth back.
To your full womanhood and just embracing this part of your life, you know? And let me tell you something. I'm not an ageist at all. If you
Totally am.
have a beautiful body and you're
I mean, I am. Sorry.
70, I think at some point, you know, you don't need to be exposing yourself, especially like this, right?
True.
But I give her a bly. I give her a pass because she's an entertainer and they operate.
See, look, like women always just giving women passes. Yes, she's an entertainer, but she doesn't have to do all that. There's plenty of classy entertainers that were major entertainers in their youth and now are not dressed like that and doing shit like that.
Totally differently from like regular folks like me and you. Entertainers a little kooky. They're out there. They wear whatever they want. But it's just, this is not flattering. This does not look good. Cher, for example. Cher is Cher's older than Madonna, right? Yeah, I think she's older than Madonna. And sometimes she'll come out there with the outfits, the costumes that are out there. But Cher still looks nice. So some people might be like, okay, Cher, you're
We sure about that?
too old for this, but I could say at least Cher looks nice. Let's move on. We're going to talk about Vivica Fox. I always regarded Vivica Fox as one of the most beautiful women in Hollywood. I
mean, watching movies back in the day, she was pretty gorgeous.
always loved her, especially like when I saw her on like Two Can Play That Game back in the day. And I always thought she had a nice slender frame and just a natural body, the most beautiful smile. And Vivica, now in her 60s, has decided
a big chunky monkey.
she's decided to get a BBL.
Chunky monkey.
You got it? There you go, guys.
Oh, wait. I want you to get a good shot of this. I want this one. Okay,
Wow. So hot. So stunning. So gorgeous.
One thing I love, she does have a great personality and she's still beautiful.
And these are movie stars, right? They're kind of famous people doing all this. No, we got degular people. Plenty of degular 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds doing the exact same thing. You know why? Because these people are doing it. And these people kind of set the standard for a lot of women for some reason.
But I don't like this at all. And this was so unnecessary. Oh my gosh, this is so unnecessary, Vivica. But I just wish she had not done this. I saw so many. Well, let me.
I like the host. I don't know her real name. I'm just gonna call her a gal. Gal, like, she's very reasonable about everything. Yes, she seems a little bit more the women and, you know, girly girl, but yeah, I mean, most women are, so I'm not gonna be too mad at that. But At least she's calling it out. It's just like, look, it's just unreasonable. Can we just look normal nowadays? Can we just care about not being so attention whory?
Finding that photo, what I saw when they first announced it. I remember this picture, like, I think this was last year that I saw this. This was last year. And this picture is so unflattering. It looks like...
It literally looks like a diaper. How does it not? Like, it doesn't match. The thighs don't match.
Oh, you know who she looked like? Oh my God. I was gonna say egg, right? I was gonna say in this white pants, she looked like an egg. But you know who she really remind me of? An egg. No, Chrissy the dancehall king. How Bungie look like Chrissy top area? I shouldn't say that.
Ooh,
right? But I mean, that's what I was trying to
I mean, her backside looked like his front side. Yeah, I can agree with you on that one.
Who she remind me of? This just was not flat. I look like a diaper, and it's making her look older. All right,
does.
let me read some of the comments that I've seen underneath Vivica Fox's BBL. Someone said, a 60-year-old getting a BBL has got to be the dustiest thing I've ever heard of. Another person said, between her and Lil Kim, heartbreaking. Putting chicken legs on a turkey. Imagine being 60 years old and just now getting a BBL. Someone said she's ready to go on Kendra G.
Yes. She totally is.
I think these ladies have a hard time growing old gracefully. She needs to stop the madness. She could be someone's grandma in an alternate universe. Wow. Another person said, I've had enough internet for the day. Yeah. I'm not gonna say not have plastic surgery. I already told y'all before, I'm not against plastic surgery.
Tell the truth, I'm not fully against it either. You know, you want to fix your nose a little bit. You want to fix some things that you're a little bit insecure about. Fuck it. Have at it, right? Just be reasonable about it and think of the risk. Like, if you just want double eyelids and like the risk of double eyelids is to go blind 50-50, probably shouldn't do that. I'm not saying that is the actual case, but the BBL is part of that case, right? It's the most dangerous elective surgery out there. A lot of people are dying from it. Blood clots, other complications. Do you really need it?
I don't want people to feel like because I'm critical of like these crazy BBLs or these crazy botched cosmetic procedures that I'm anti-plastic surgery, because I'm not. And I know that there are some men and women who are looking in the mirror as they've gotten older.
You know, I've known some people that got plastic surgery to like get rid of scars and things like that. Again, I'm not fully against plastic surgery. I think within reason.
They're now in their 60s, 70s, 80s even, and they don't feel like the person inside. You know, they're looking in the mirror and they're like, oh my gosh, all my youth is gone. You know, there's nothing wrong in my mind with doing a little procedures to like make yourself feel good. And even if you have to have plastic surgery, fine. I'm not against it. Again, I told y'all everything in moderation. If Vivica...
Yeah, I've dated a woman that had her nose done. The only reason I kind of knew this because I looked at her Instagram and her older pictures had a bigger nose. And then now I looked at her and she's like, her nose, nostrils, her side, like her wings were a little bit smaller. And I was just like, the hell? But then, oh, okay, she got her nose done. So was it something I would have been like, oh, you got your nose done, I'm never gonna date you? No, I mean, she looked reasonable. It wasn't that big of a deal.
Fox wanted to get a BBL, even though I think...
But I do agree, people that do get surgery done usually have some kind of issue against their body. But hey, that might actually fix some of their issues. Not guaranteed, though.
It's, you know, they're very dangerous. Now I think they are very dangerous.
They are very dangerous.
She could have done something that was more in line with her body. It didn't have to be this extreme. And that's, again, she is going to a doctor who is probably like, just like, I'll do it. I'll take your money and I'll do it. Whereas...
No, I agree with her. Like, these doctors, at least, look, you guys have a body chart of like BMI and all this. You know what like normal bodies should look like. Why are you creating monstrosities like this? Like, these don't look good. Like, this makes it look like your practice is trash.
As if she went to the kind of doctor who was just like, yeah, I'm not going to do that because that's just a little too much for your frame. I will do it if you do, I don't know how it goes, like 20 cc's of fat in your butt. I don't know. I'm just making up. I don't know how they measure it and all that stuff. But like we'll do 20 cc's and instead of the 80 cc's that you want of fat transferred into your butt. And she's like,
Nah.
but 20 cc's ain't gonna get me a guy, so I need the 80 cc's. Well, you have to go to that doctor.
That 50-cent clip. Priceless.
Over there. I am not pumping that bungie up with 80 nothing. No. Someone has to say no. And that's
the thing. Money is just God to a lot of people nowadays. Like the end all be all. I always try to say it's try not to be the end all be all for you, but it's the end all be all for a lot. And you know, people that are doing plastic surgery, they're definitely into money.
something that a lot of celebrities are not accustomed to hearing. No, 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 no. Someone said 50 didn't dodge a bullet. He dodged a RPG. What is an RPG?
A rocket propelled grenade. So like a big ass rocket launcher.
I don't know. Let me Google that. Okay, it's even funnier. I was like, what is an RPG? A rocket propelled, oh, y'all so stupid. A rocket propelled grenade, a portable shoulder fired anti-tank weapon that launches an explosive rocket. You know, I gotta say, I know 50 Cent sitting back like, how I used to date this gal.
Dude, 50 Cent still looks good. This is why they, look at this. 50 Cent dated Vivica Fox pretty much when Vivica Fox was in her prime. And now look at 30 years later, 50 Cent still looks like 50 Cent. Like, he still looks like a solid dude, still good looking overall, like aged, you know, more money, everything. And then we got Vivica Fox. Man, I mean, she does have a little bit more money, but
Still love Vivica to death now. I love her down. I do. But this ain't it, baby girl. To the ladies in the comment section, join me down there. If you're in your 60s or your 70s, let me just ask right in the middle of this video, have you ever contemplated getting a BBL? Would you get a BBL if you're like 65? Ladies and gentlemen, what's the purpose of getting the BBL?
it's kind of like, hey, I'm 60, 65 now. I'm about to get some height lengthening surgery right now. Like, in my 60s and 70s, I want to be tall. I want to be recognized. I want to be that Chad Road.
At this point, I'm just curious. I think she messed up big time. This right now, it reeks of desperation.
It does.
Feels like I got to compete with these girls in their 20s and 30s right now. And
That's exactly what it is, and that's exactly how most men see it, girl. Like, women that are getting these types of surgeries, even in their 40s and stuff, we know that's why they're getting it for, is to compete with the 20-year-olds.
you don't have to do that because some of them gals in their 20s and 30s ain't got Vivica Fox money. They don't got Vivica A. Fox fame.
Girl, the Vivica Fox money and fame don't get Vivica Fox a man. I'm sorry.
Or her money or her personality, none of that. The bigger problem isn't just, okay, these BBLs look bad. We don't need to just talk. We already know these BBLs look a mess.
They look bad.
Unless, is there anybody in the comment section that believes this looks good? If you think Vivica
Stop it. Get some help if you do. Holy
looks
shit.
better here in the after, say so. Drop like the peach emoji if you think it looks good. Same thing with Madonna. If you think Madonna's looks good, then drop the peach
I'm going to check your comment section, see how many peach emojis I see.
emoji as well. No, drop a basketball for Madonna so we can know who you're talking about. So the peach emoji for Vivica A. Fox and the basketball for Madonna. All I have to say is ain't no real friends in Hollywood. Let's
No.
move on to Cardi B. Now, I have profiled Cardi B in my videos several times. And I said I didn't like the shape because the shape,
She is so skinny. And like, if you put her ass cheeks together and then like her body, it's like two of her bodies together still doesn't fill out the ass cheeks.
just looked very weird. And here she is again on stage. And it looks heavy. You know, Cardi herself said that she was going to make the change after her tour ended, right? But I cannot tell you how many times, because you know the clips were going viral as the tour was going on. You know, when she brought Lil Kim out, another one. When she brought Lil Kim out and she gave her flowers. You know, the people in the comments section were saying, Cardi, don't get rid of the BBL. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. So I realized too that the enablers, the yes men and yes women, they don't just come from within Hollywood. They don't just come from within their circles. They come from the people in the comment section.
No, I don't think it's just enablers. It's just girls being girly girls, right? To be a girly girl, you just can't go against what the other girls say and do. And if the other girls say, I look good in this, you really can't say no, right? Most girls aren't going to say no. They're not going to say, girl, you look fat. Your ass ain't it. No, most girls are going to be like, slay fucking queen.
Too. And if you don't have any sense, you're going to fall for this crap. And then these same people will laugh at you when it starts to drop, because again, it's just fat. It's just fat. And if you lose weight, it deflates. And if
you're going to have just saggy ass cheeks.
Or not somebody who's in the gym maintaining it.
Well, I guess they're movie stars. They can probably get their ass tucked in or something, I guess.
It looks really weird. It looks warped. So yeah, no friends in Hollywood. A bunch of yes men and yes women. And I actually feel sorry for these ladies. What do y'all think? Drop your comments down below. Let me know.
No, I agree with most of your take, gal. Other than like, oh, girl, you know, enabler stuff. Like, no, I think it's just girls being girly girls. You know, if you're not a girl's girl, you're not a girl in a sense. You're not part of the group. You're not part of the hive. You got to agree. You got to constantly praise each other, because you can't talk each other down, because then you're not a girl's girl anymore. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that, and catch you next time. Ciao.